he was in on it. And it turns out not only did Dick have, and this is crazy, you guys aren't going to believe this. Not only did Dick have no plan to fire you whatsoever, but he gave you half ownership of the trademark to the biggest problem in the universe.
Wow.
Who could have seen something like this coming? It would be impossible to prognosticate such a thing.
I didn't know it was coming. That was a surprise to me.
Well, Ethan Ralph seems to think that it was like a big bit that you were in on and he was in on, and he was helping push the narrative by pretending that he wanted your spot so bad. So you're saying that's not true?
I did not know. I still thought at the end of the show, he was going to go, and that's it. Like it was all like it was just over.
Because there's a big elaborate theater kid, a scroll was involved, and you were presented, and this is the interesting part. I found this fascinating. Not only did he give you co-ownership of the show, but he gave it to you for the low cost of $1.
Yeah.
And that's a fascinating amount of money right there. I mean, what a wild...
Well, that's like what Stephen King would do with his film rights.
Yeah.
You know that story?
Yeah, I do know that story.
He'd go, you want to make a movie out of my book? You can buy the rights for $1.
It's like Better Call Saul. It's like Saul and Breaking Bad.
You just got to be a token sum.
You just put the dollar...
For some reason, money has to be involved. Does money have to be involved to make it legal?
Yeah, legally. You have to exchange some money. But he was even he even said he was going to give you the dollar and everything. So anyway, I thought this was incredible. And I assume that now that you, I guess, now, of course, I looked up the trademark. Your name's not on it. I don't know if like a lawyer is going to actually get involved and make this happen.
Yeah, I don't know how that transfers. I think it's more, for right now, there's a verbal contract that was witnessed by 1,000 people.
I think there's a written one. There's a written contract.
Well, there's also a written contract. That's true.
Did you keep the scroll?
I think we have the scroll at the studio. We're going to hang it up.
Convenient. So I find it interesting that I don't think you would have come on this program, even though you are always the co-host. Like you're always on every episode.
Right. I'm here every episode.
I'm not so sure you would have showed up for this episode unless you had that because now you can't be kicked from the show, right? You can do anything you want, and there's nothing he can do.
The point is more. Here's the reason that I have half the podcast is that's him saying, if you're not on the podcast, I'm just not gonna do it. It's more. The show would never be me getting fired. The show would be him being like, all right, I quit.